Good evening everyone and welcome to another new video on the channel. As usual, please do remember to like, to comment and subscribe as it helps us in getting this new channel off the ground, and thanks to those of you that have done that so far. It is much appreciated. It is Wednesday the 15th of October and today we have a northeast derby to look forward to as Redcar Athletic take on Ashington in what would once have been a Northern League fixture, but now is of course a fixture in the Northern Premier League Division 1 East. So let's head over to the Redcar seafront and see what's going on. So here we are in Redcar and coming into tonight's game, Redcar Athletic are top of the Northern Premier League Division 1 East and Ashington are in 17th place. So on paper obviously it looks like Redcar would be the favourites for this fixture, but with these northeast derbies, as we've seen, you can never be sure what's going to happen, and certainly the visitors will be looking to get a signature result to kick-start their season, which has, perhaps not gone as well as they would have liked so far. For Redcar, of course, they've been scoring goals for fun in recent games, averaging over 4 goals a game, and they'll be looking to continue that ahead of what is a massive game on Saturday coming up away at Matlock, which many are looking at as an early potential, major fixture in the title shake-up. So, for now, let's deal with Ashington. So let's head into the Hollou Sports Stadium and see how it all unfolds. So here we are at the entrance to the Hollou for tonight's game. And as usual, let's check out the fixture board. There it is, confirmation of tonight's game, 15th of October, Ashington FC. And here is the Sammy's crew. Is Sammy in there?
No, she's there.
No, she's there. Hi, Sammy.
Sausage Stevie.
Stevie. And there's our sweets hut. And the fan zone not open tonight, not currently open for midweek games. So now it's our regular programme review, and tonight's edition of By the Sea is the usual 32 pages, and it's got Josh Masfari on the front cover and sells for £2. Inside we got the contents as usual, my column down the lane. Then we've got history of ourselves, Gaffer's column back in the programme tonight, match report from the 4-1 away win at Newton Aycliffe, match report from the 6-1 home win against Grimsby Borough, mandatory ads, all the stats, goal scorers, attendances in the middle, league table and forthcoming fixtures, more ads, player profiles and sponsors, opposition, 4 pages on Ashington FC, our visitors tonight. The Untold Game is on own goals and outrage tonight. Usual feature on the under-23s and the women's team, and the matchday squad on the back. So let's have a quick look at what's going on in the Hollou about 15 minutes before kick-off ahead of tonight's game against Ashington. I can tell you there's an identical lineup to Saturday's game against Grimsby Borough. No changes whatsoever. Obviously the booth's a bit quiet tonight. No fan zone tonight, so all the activity is in the Steelmen's bar. So quite a decent crowd in. There we go.
Here we are. Have you got a away team?
On there.
There you go.
And that is our new signboard, which was in operation for the first time on Saturday. And the teams are coming out for tonight's game. Redcar, of course, wearing their regular strip of red and navy blue shirts, and Ashington in a change kit of all green tonight. Of course, their regular colours are black and white. And as I said earlier, absolutely no changes from the team sheet from Saturday against Grimsby. And we're underway here at the Hollou Sports Stadium, and I should add that it's actually green and yellow that Ashington are wearing. They didn't spot the yellow stripes earlier. It's not completely all green. Fletcher on the attack for the Steelmen. Curtis round. Inside, but gathered by Tyler Jones in the Ashington goal. Boys robbed the ball. Fletcher having a pop at goal and turn round for the first corner of the game by Jones. Nice snapshot from Fletcher trying to repeat his exploits from the weekend. So it'll be Curtis round with the first corner of the game for the Steelmen. And the ball falls loose, still not properly away. Back in by Round again, and wide. Free kick to Ashington out wide on the left in a dangerous attacking position. I think it's Spooner who's taking it, and played into a dangerous area. And fired wide by Jake Orrell. Fletcher driving forward now for the Steelmen. Played out to Fuster. Inside. Back to Fuster. JJ Bartliff hooks the ball in, but easy for Jones. Free kick to Ashington. Hoofed forward and punch clear by Masfari. The captain Carl Ross plays it in. Back to Ross again. Hooks it into the danger area. That should be safe for Masfari, and it is. Owen Burns to Fuster. Bartlett. Dane Burles. Burns. Can't find a way through.
Stop screaming! Shut up! Shit! Whinger! Whiner! Whiner!
Redcar looking to build another attack. Burns. Danny Lowe. JJ Bartlett. Played forward to Fuster. Fletcher. Burns to Fletcher.
Go on, Oscar. Look at that.
Fuster scoots into the air. Fletcher and Curtis Round puts it wide. Fletcher to Round. Fletcher. Dane Burles. Crosses. Picked up by Lai. Fletcher. Lai.
Hey, go on, Danny.
And Houston denied on the line by Jones after some great footwork from the Redcar captain.
Have a shot.
And gathered by Masfari. And second corner of the game to the Steelmen going to be taken by Curtis Round. Fired in. Jones clears the danger, only as far as Owen Burns. And just wide. So a free kick to the Steelmen. Looks like it's going to be Dane Burles with the kick. Guru. Boys. And just over. Curtis Round plays the ball in, looking for Boys. Adel headed back to his own keeper by Powell. Bartliff into Burns. Boys, Fletcher. Bartliff. Out to Burles. Burles with a cross. Fletcher, Houston rather, heads wide.
Yes, that's class.
Fletcher. And goes down, but the ref is not interested in the penalty claims. Boys.
Get up!
And the referee blows the half-time whistle, and it's a bit of a collector's item here at the Hollou. We've had a whole half without a goal, and it goes into the break. Redcar Athletic 0, Ashington 0. Half-time then, Redcar Athletic 0, Ashington 0, and very rare that you get 0-0 in a half of football involving Redcar Athletic, but we've just seen one there. The visitors coming to, I think it's fair to say, to wind us up a bit, which is what you'd expect in a North East derby. Quite a feisty game, and Redcar struggling to break down a well-organised Ashington defence, and not getting a lot of help off the match officials, it has to be said. Quite a bit being missed. I'm not one to criticise match officials normally, but the three of them missed a hell of a lot of incident. For both sides, in fairness, you know, there were one or two things that we did that the referee also missed as well. But generally speaking, you know, we've been impressed with the step up in performances by the match officials as we've been in step 4. You know, I think it has been noticeable that there has been an improvement in the standard of officiating since we've been playing in the Northern Premier League. But you can't really say that for tonight. The plus side is obviously there weren't any cards shown to us, at least, but we'll see what happens in the second 45. A lot of work to be done. I'm sure Carl Jarrett will be trying to come up with some tactics to unlock this stubborn Ashington defence. Let's see how it all pans out in the second 45. And we're back underway here at the Hollou.
Two's by man, 6 months.
Oh, my God.
Fletcher. Fuster, and the ball gets a deflection on its way over. It'll be a corner for the Steelmen. So the first corner of the evening to be taken by Dane Burles, and Ashington clear it only as far as Bart left, but his effort's got too much lift. Curtis round, and another corner to the Steelmen.
Yeah, is that how they do it on statistics?
It's running to the Steelmen as Louis Johnson has joined the action for Fuster. Now boys, and the ball just goes wide of the post, frustratingly for the Steelmen. It's another corner. So Burles with the latest corner for Steelmen. In high, and just wide by Danny Lay. Burles to Guru. Burns to Burles. Fletcher, and held by Jones low down.
You've got one, I think, I'm supposed to be working at Master.
Curtis round.
The arm back lane stops and it's not
Johnson. Burles. Burns. Burles, and just wide by Boys.
I'd say her rider well suited.
Some conversation.
Johnson.
Oh, my word, look,
Ryan, like, living Redcar his life and got biggest one.
Burles, and another corner. So corners of the Steelmen to be taken by Curtis Round this time.
I bet his mum and all, his mum definitely doesn't speak like that.
And headed wide. And a corner to Ashington.
For those, like, it's serious to learn it. It's funny. She's brilliant.
Yeah.
You're very much like me. Yeah, funny that. I might have some more CJ on this.
I don't know, Jake's definitely not.
And gathered by Masfari. Ball played forward to Boys, and he puts it over the bar.
Anyway, thought of him went one up and all.
Bartlett.
Yeah, thought of his sports got a big blue pie, man.
Anderson. And gets a deflection for a corner. Curtis Round with the latest corner for the Steelmen.
I remember my brother and
Brian Taylor. And just wide. From Curtis Round.
Flipping Zach Crawley though, is it? Zach Crawley stuck his.
We need him, let's get running.
Yeah, but he stuck his all in, hadn't he? So they must absolutely hate us.
And over the bar.
some touch on that, isn't there?
Johnson, Fletcher, and scores! Oscar Fletcher scores! Desperate attempt to keep the ball out of the net, but fails to do it. Oscar Fletcher puts the Steelmen ahead late in the game. Has he won it here at the Hollou? And the referee blows the final whistle here at the Hollou Sports Stadium. And Redcar left it late, but they've ground out a 1-0 win in this northeast clash. It finishes at the Hollou. Redcar Athletic 1, Ashington 0. I'm joined after the game by Steelman boss Carl Jarrett. Scoring loads of goals is fun, Carl, but from a manager's point of view, I should imagine grinding out a 1-0 win can be just as satisfying.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I didn't see it coming right to the death there. I think the lads huffed and puffed tonight, and I thought Ashington were fair play. You know, they were worthy that draw against us tonight. The shape worked well against us. And we had a few chances. It just felt like one of them games that a lot of our chances were not put away tonight, which is, like you said, it's been a bit unusual for us because of the goals that we've scored in the last few games, but it's always nice when you do get them 1-0s in the last sort of minute, which is satisfying to get them 3 points.
This is something that maybe we're going to have to get a little bit used to now, because obviously teams are looking at our goal scoring exploits, and probably certain teams are going to come here and try and park the bus.
Yeah, I think that's been happening in the last few weeks. I just think certain ways we've attacked teams really quickly. You know, I don't think it happened tonight. I think they went man for man. Nick's just been saying there, you know, making our life harder, so we weren't dominating the ball a lot. We were going quite direct at times in the first half, and then holding on to it too much as well, and we got caught quite a few times. You know, they had a few set plays in the first half. I think 4 or 5 free kicks, putting dangerous balls in the box, and you know, they can easily turn the opposite way and you'll be 1-0 down before you know it. But we defended well in them areas, and we've stuck to our task right at the very end. I said to the lads at half time, you know, this might be one of them games that's going to take us all the way. It was a different half time team talk for us today, because we've either been getting beat by 1 goal, there's always been a goal at half time, or we've been winning. You know, it was something different for us tonight, which was good to experience, but nervous at the end as well. But it was delighted to get that last minute, like I said. And good to have some good options on the bench lately as well, which has helped us sometimes in these tight games. Yeah, I just spoke to the lads about the squad. I speak all the time. It's very, very important at this club. You know, we're just getting to a point now, like I said on Saturday, I'm delighted to have the squad we've got. You know, we've got strength and depth, we've got fit players, which is a key for us. And when I'm making subs, you know, I'm making some really, really good subs, and that's no respect what I've had before. It's just working right for what we're doing at the present, and they all make an impact in the game when they're coming on. And now, of course, we've got a massive game coming up away at Matlock on Saturday, likely to be watched by a big crowd, and most people would see this as one of the key games in the title shake-up. Yeah, it's very early doors though still, isn't it? I mean, I know it's at top, and I know they're playing really well as well. It's a hard place to go against them. They're playing well. It'll be a good game. Fingers crossed we can come away with something from that game. You know, we know it's going to be tough, but we can't look at we can't fear really, any games. You can't be fearing going into a game. You know, we've got to go there with lots of confidence. You know, we're unbeaten in a good few games now. So let's just see what we can do on Saturday. Okay, cheers, Carl. No worries.
So it finishes Redcar Athletic 1, Ashington 0. And they say, don't they, that if you're going to be serious contenders for a league title, that you've got to win ugly. And that's certainly what we've done tonight. What a finish to the game at the Hollou Sports Stadium. A strange sort of game, really. A dour game in a lot of ways. The referee after the game admitted that effectively Ashington had come to park the bus, and they were playing for a point really from the early stages of the game, time wasting a lot. But also, they defended doggedly and made things very difficult for us. We weren't able to play our regular free-flowing football. And I think that is going to be the case in a lot of home games going forward now. People are noticing the number of goals that we've scored, and we can expect to see a lot more of teams showing up to Green Lane and parking the bus. And we've got to come up with ways that we can unlock that. And so, in a lot of ways, it's been great seeing all those goals going in, 4s, 5s, 6s every game. But in a lot of ways, a lot of us, I was speaking to supporters in the bar after the game tonight, and a lot of them have taken a lot more pleasure out of that 1-0 win tonight than they have out of any of the 5 or 6 goal victories, because it just shows that we can get a job done and that we can find a way to win in a tight game, and that is a really great quality to have. So, all in all, a difficult watch, but a great night at the Hollou tonight. And now, of course, we move on to a massive game in Derbyshire against Matlock on Saturday. But before that, we will have another game for you on this channel, which is Friday night when we're back in Redcar, but this time for our friends up the road, because there's a big game in town, which is Redcar Town versus Tadcaster Athletic in the FA Vars. Should attract a big crowd on the trunk road on Friday night. So do join us for that one. But until then, catch you later.